Hi YouTube, how you doing? I'm doing great actually, pretty good. Had a kind of a busy day, but thank you Robin's Hood for the shout out. It's appreciated. I caught you a little later. I was making some lasagna and salad for later today. So I thought, well, hey, I'll get on here, do a video, talk a little bit. Um, Like, not right now. You go. My cat's asking me for attention. No, not right now. Scoot, scram. She knows I'm busy. Okay, but anyway, I was thinking to myself, what would I do, or if I asked people if you were the devil, what would you do with human beings? Okay, just say if you were a trickster, if you were fooling them, what types of things would you do to fool them? Um, Lucky for me, I'm not the devil, but if I were the devil, I would just tell you to keep patronizing these priests and these politicians, and I'd encourage you in every way to become more socialistic. That's like if you study the stages of conquering a civilization, and it does go in increments. There's different pretty great minds we know, like Stalin, Marxism, into communism, those steps that um, uh, dark force powers will take in increments. It's like the boiling frog type of situation. So Uh, I'm just thinking, yeah, like one love and everything. I'd say, yeah, just go for it, especially if I wanted to control God's people and control God, I would say. Um, yeah, go listen to this person. You're being misled or whatever, but this is what I would encourage. Lucky for me, I'm not like that, but anyway. Um, so anyway, if you want to check out uh, let how can I word this? Jeez, it's Robin's Hood is a cool place to hang out. You'll find his channel really interesting. It goes even deeper than that, but I don't know. I find him like a good friend in the spirit, in the ether, and for truth and justice, that type of thing. Yeah, big time. I'm gonna be really leery on what I mean. If I share information, I'm sharing the information because I want people to know that if I don't have access to certain materials and other people do, even though I know it, and I mean, some of you have listened to me long enough. When I do provide the material, you're like, well, she already told us this, so then it sort of verifies that I'm not like fraudulent in those areas. So the people that have like stuck up with for me and with me and even made videos when they didn't feel like it, knowing that I was under attack, I appreciate that because I know the ways the truth is attacked. So I get that. So that's I'm not going to be getting it. They're going to be getting it. But yeah, I do understand that part of what we're all doing out here like that, if we are. Cheers, everybody. So I don't know. Like I say, there might be a little bit of an interruption. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. I do still have some things I got to get done yet. So, not a lot, but enough till I can actually relax. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's a warm day. It's still, it's almost 7 o'clock, and it's 75 degrees. So it's like, yeah, still pretty warm. It was warm today. Thought about turning my air conditioner on. I've only used it once this summer. Not too bad. Sometimes it's a couple weeks at a time or more, you know, off and on. So yeah, we were lucky we lucked out like that. What would you do if you were the devil? I sure wouldn't tell you that you can't sell your soul to the devil. I wouldn't tell you that he doesn't have that kind of power. If I were him, I wouldn't tell you that. Um, because no dark force has power over anybody in any area. When they're full of truth like that, there is nothing they can do to you. And once they get to know who they're dealing with, they'll stop trying. I mean, it'll take a while. And you got to use a little force behind your truth, but they'll get it eventually, you know. Like me, if you get a little PO'd along the way from people toying with you constantly, you know, then you get where I'm coming from like that. So just a minute. What was that? Oh, sorry about that. I I am making a video. I don't know if he heard me. Anyway, yeah, it's been I gotta say, I wasn't really mad like yesterday. I wasn't super angry, but it is disgusting to watch people not use their instincts, but go on um, what's being played out in the ether. So, for whatever reason, people will do that, you know, to cause like you or I a hard time. Whatever reason they're doing that for, is what I'm going to find out. Like what would be the reason that somebody would like, oh, like head Luciferian gang stalker um, that has the same numbers as I do in gematria, by the way, is very odd because he's born after I was. And I wrote in that book, um, he wasn't even like, probably not even speaking well when I did that. Um, I don't know. It's just weird. But when you have somebody like that coming against you in your life, and it's not the only one, there's legions of these things that work at any moment's notice in the ether. So when you're silent in the ether and other ones are very loud, your spirit is heard um, louder than even the screaming demon type thing. So, yeah, anyway, people do learn their lessons one way or another in this world. Excuse me a moment. Yeah, I got a little overheated today. I had to take a break before I could even make a video. It's like, whew, yeah, a lot of work. So, yeah. So there is parts of the human psyche, which I don't know how deep people are into psychology. I'm like way deep into it. Looking at the aspect of the um, human being as a whole, like your spirit, your body, and ethereal, like what you're putting out into the ether, you know, your personality, that type of thing. Like even when we're angry, if it's not a justified thing, that's like out there, that's some really bad energy, frequency, energy on that level. But if you're clean, if you're good to go, like I say, there's nothing, no dark force of anything can harm you. They can try. They can try. I'm not saying they can't do physical things to you. Takes the actual another human being and that dark force working through them. It takes an actual tangible human to do something to you. If they take that on for themselves, um, they they actually, yes, that's how you could possibly, it's increments of your soul, it's pieces of yourself that you pay back to God, you know. So anyway, I'm not saying if you have things happen to you that you don't have the right to find justice from that situation. That's a big thing in this world that people have used religions to keep people pacified against abuse, you know? And that's something I'm really trying to make people aware of, that not everything you read is absolutely literal. There are stories and fables and myths developed to nurture and grow people, and they were misconstrued. And what you're thinking naturally, like if you have a moment of anger and then you're over it and you're normal and you know all the good things in the world that we actually are, like those two different thoughts within ourselves, but walking, you know, with a conscience, you can't mess up. It's the people that are not allowing their conscience to work along with them in tandem. They're either like if you're have an agenda or you're upset or whatever it is, but there's psychological markers, there's actual personality traits that people exhibit that I can pick up on, and I can either help you with it or I could absolutely drive you nuts with your um, traits that you exhibit. You know, I could use it against you, is what I'm saying, but I'm not going to do that. I don't operate like that. I'm just saying that the way I work inside people's minds, I could do that, and that's what Satan does, you know, but I don't do that. That's what I'm saying, you know. He collects all that bad energy for himself. I don't want nothing to do with that, you know. It's like this. If he puts a bad thought in my innocent mind, that's still on him, period. It doesn't go any further, and that's the strength, that's mastering yourself in the face of evil. You can stand up to that at any moment and don't back down. No, and that's what my shout out at Robin's Hood was. My motto: I'd rather die than lie. I would literally rather lose my soul than be a liar. That's pretty strong. Those are strong words. Standing tall with my strength on that note. Somebody mentioned they were like 5'10". I'm 5'9" and a quarter. I have 36-inch legs, so I'm pretty tall also. And I do carry myself very tally. I don't hunch over at all. That's not going to happen. So no, it won't. This started when I was a little kid. I was confronted with battle, and that was their problem. So my dad knew what he was doing, my adopted dad. So trying to bend me to their will so I would be that strength for them that would want to use people for their own gains, whatever that is. I don't know. So people that actually genuinely care about others, that's where the minds and the hearts like that is what I am attracted to, really, big time. And you just meet people and you just know it. It's people can say and do whatever they want, but it's seen clearly. It's like, how can you like live a lie and walk around in a little lie and know you're lying and find little tactics and techniques to overlook the whole lie? Even when somebody else would come up to you and say, like, this definitively is who this person is, that's their personality, and then you would say, oh, but no, that I'm seeing it like this for this reason, and you're not even using your instincts. You're just going with like demons in the ether or witches, whatever that is, whoever um, nurses off you, type of thing. So anyway, I that was for somebody in particular, not people that take time to actually um, console the sorrows in each other that we know that we carry for that reason, for the will of mankind, that your will is actually strong like that and you're using it for the best ultimate purpose in this world, you know, the coming generations. So okay, so we can't change the way the world operates. We can lessen the ignorance and the pain of the whole thing and actually make a much happier world without the slave master attitude. That's never gonna fly. Not in ever. Not in my life and not in the people around me in the world. Nobody. Until that's abolished in every heart. I don't wish people well. If they want to play with people in any way, I don't wish them well. You know, I can't. And it just hits me. It's like it's just there, you know. Well, I'm gonna get this uploaded. Like I say, what would you do if you were the devil? Here, finish my sentence. If I were the devil, I would let let you do whatever you damn well please just to see who needs to be put in a cage. That's my retort. Your turn. All right, everybody. I'll be back tomorrow. I love you. Thank you for being here. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.